So the idea here is that I'm going to be sharing what I see to be the principles of non-duality or unity consciousness, which is basically the idea that we are all one being. We're all one energy. What really connects us is the infinite soul, the infinite spirit, the infinite consciousness, one might say. And so the idea here is that we're all going to be exploring these ideas and also talking about how they apply to our lives. Because when we understand these fundamental truths, we can deal with the realm of duality that we live in a lot more clearly and with a lot more clarity and a lot more confidence and knowing when we understand an aspect of our true nature.
Fear is nothing but a survival mechanism. It's there for no other reason than keeping us alive and keeping us alert. And so when you're experiencing that fear, I think it's an opportunity for you to see what area of your life you need to work with, which area in your life you need to shine love in.
And there are going to be days when you feel sadness, you feel depressed, you feel anger, you feel frustration, you feel anxiety, right? So it's, again, not judging yourself and accepting yourself. And the more that you just acknowledge, like, wow, I'm feeling anxious right now. I do this all the time. Like, whoa, I'm feeling anxious right now. Emotions are just energy. I'm going to let this energy flow through me and release it, and then replace it with self-love.
We can transcend these limiting emotions and in a way that they no longer have this power over us. But that doesn't mean that you never feel fear again. It's just that you understand what fear is. Fear was a very necessary aspect of our evolution. We wouldn't be here being who we are unless we had that response that when you see a tiger in the woods, you're going to run for your life. Fear was very necessary. But now we as conscious beings, we can make the decision to either be in fear or be cautious, because it's two very different things. Yeah, all these emotions we experience are all necessary for our growth, but that doesn't mean we have to become them and allow them to take control over us.
It's like we have these little crying child in our bodies that are trying to get our attention, but we're ignoring them, we're pushing back on them. And when we just say, okay, I'm going to look at you and listen to you and acknowledge you, the child relaxes.
Like if you were in darkness and you had one little light, you would allow it to work for you if you really wanted to read something. So why would you not allow a little tiny light to work for you if you really wanted to feel something?
As people, we are working towards being free and knowing who we are.
Thank you guys for sharing all that. I think we enriched one another experience and ways of processing, and made God happy because we cooperated with one another.